Hey, it's Jonathan. So it's been about half a month since I've last recorded a video, and my wife and I have actually been in southern Italy for the last 10 days, and we are about to end our trip. We're actually in Ravello, again, southern Italy. In fact, I'm going to show you from my room here. It's pretty awesome. I don't know how well you can see that, but because it's been so long since I recorded video, I've been thinking, what's kind of my takeaway from the trip? And I was trying to come up with something. And the one thing that keeps coming to mind is when we started our trip, we were in Rome, and everybody would come up in Rome and they'd be selling you selfie sticks, they'd be selling you something, and they're coming up and they're trying to push that thing on you and sell you that thing. And you're immediately on the defensive, you're immediately pushing them away, you can see them coming. Whereas as you move south, and this is a broad generalization, I don't know if this is entirely true, but as we've moved south, we've noticed that the hard sell has sort of gone away, and probably because it's just a slower pace. But here in Ravello, as an example, when you're walking through the square, which Ravello has been our favorite place, it's really quiet and calm. But as you're walking through the square, when you go into a lot of the shops, what will happen is some of the owners will give you a glass of wine, or they'll want you to taste their limoncello, or they'll want you to try one of their oils or something like that. And it's a totally different experience. So immediately they're giving you something. You're not on the defensive. They did something for you first before they ask something from you. And their ask is clearly to buy some wine or buy oil, or buy something from their shop. But it's a totally different experience. It's one of reciprocity, in a sense, where because you receive something first, they gave you something, you almost feel like, oh gosh, I kind of want to buy something from them. I sort of want to do something for them. And so that's probably the thing. There's lots and lots of little takeaways here. For example, especially in Rome, everybody's really hustling. I mean, people are hustling, the drivers, those selling, those working in the shops. It's interesting. As you move south, a lot of people make their money in 6 months, and then they live for 6 months because the tourism goes away. So again, back to my original point though, that one thing that keeps coming to mind is the difference in the selling process. One where you're being pressured and bombarded, and the other where you're being given something and offered something free, where all the risk is on them, and in return, of course, they're hoping you'll buy. But it's a totally different way to frame it. Great takeaway.